Food is sometimes warm. Yeah. It's sometimes warm, and Lucy's got a great recipe for that. Were you guys like Frozen crazy when it came out a couple years ago?
Yes, Elle is still, my daughter is, she was wearing her Elsa nightgown last night.
So maybe she's the Elsa behind all this.
She might be. I was just thinking, I'm glad she's at school and isn't watching this.
All right, Lucy's here live with us on this Wednesday, February 2nd. What you making this morning?
We are making a one-pot dish, which, well, that's not true, I guess. We have to use our blender, but besides that, we're one-pot dish. And we are going to make a pasta with, it's a red-based sauce. We're going to use roasted red peppers, and we're going to have mushrooms in here and spinach, and I'm going to do it as kind of like a meat-free dinner, which, you know, I like protein. And usually we have, you know, protein with our meals.
Right.
But I'm lucky. Spiro is not a picky eater, and he is not, you know, one of those guys that says, no, we got to have, you know, meat and potatoes. So he doesn't ever mind if, you know, I skip a meat here or there.
Right.
So this is just kind of, you know, just kind of a mix up on just your regular pasta dish. So I have our pot, and you want to use a pot that's, you know, big enough to cook everything in. And I have 8 ounces of mushrooms. I just use the baby bellas, but you could use the white ones or whatever kind you liked, and I just slice those up. And I have a tablespoon of olive oil in here. And a couple weeks ago, when we were working on that mushroom soup recipe, we talked about when you're cooking your mushrooms, hold off on seasoning them until you get that nice brown color on there, because if we go ahead and salt these right now, then it's going to pull all the moisture out. We're not going to get that color on the mushrooms. They're just going to kind of turn, you know, a dull color. So right now I'm not going to put any seasoning on there. So we're just going to let those cook and get some nice color on there.
Awesome.
So while that was going on, I thought we could go ahead and mix up our sauce over here. So I have a blender, and I have a small onion that I just chopped up, and I have 3 cloves of garlic. Pop that in there. And I like to get these roasted red peppers off of our dollar aisle. We have dollar aisles in our store, and so this is, you know, only $1. And I like to use these like when I make pimento cheese. They have such good flavor. So this is roasted red peppers, and of course, and I'm adding the liquid in there. So this isn't oil, it's just liquid. And if you actually had some some red peppers and you wanted to char them up yourself, of course you could do that. Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
So I'm going to get these in here, and then I'm using, what's that want to come out? 2 cans of stewed tomatoes, and I'm just using the Italian ones just for just kind of a shortcut on some extra flavor. So I'm going to pop these in there, and then when we go to break, I will whirl this up because it'll be kind of loud. And this is going to be our sauce that we're going to put in our pot and let it cook down, and then later on we're going to cook our pasta and do everything right here.
Perfect, easy peasy. So by the time the next time you come, it'll be like the week of Mardi Gras. So I know you guys are so excited, especially with that new downtown store, and gearing up for that.
We are. And speaking of the new downtown store, Friday is the King Cake Off at the Temple downtown, and so our new store will be there participating.
Fun.
And it's so fun, you know, benefiting the Big Brothers Big Sisters. And so we're participating in that, and so I think they still have tickets, so that'll be a fun event. And also, yeah, we're getting excited. All of our stores, of course, have king cakes, and the first parade was last weekend, so we're just excited to have another season.
Yes, we love Greer's king cakes and everything they do during Mardi Gras season, everything they do throughout the entire year, but it's really fun during the fun festive season too. So we're gonna have more details on Mardi Gras, Greer's, all of their markets, also on this yummy dish coming up. Joe?
We are back in the kitchen with Lucy from Greer's Markets. Lucy, this is such an exciting time for y'all with Mardi Gras and everything picking up. It's just a great time.
I know, it is a fun time of year, and you know, it's like football season kind of ends, and then people get back together and start tailgating and having parties and everything for Mardi Gras. So this would be a really good dish, you know, if you were, you know, wanted to do something quick and easy before you went down to the parade, or if you were trying to feed a bunch of people and give the kids something to eat before you go. So, and it's all just one pot. So we're making a pasta today, roasted red pepper. We made the sauce with roasted red peppers and tomatoes, and I'll explain that. And then we're also doing some vegetables in our pasta too. So what I did in this pot was took 8 ounces of mushrooms and I sauteed those with a little bit of olive oil, and I just seasoned them up. I did some dried thyme and some salt and pepper, and I have the heat back up because I'm going to add some wine. I love to buy these little bottles of wine. This is just a 3/4 cup in here. They come in little 4-packs, so whatever brand, but I like to just have these on hand for cooking. So if you're not a drinker, or if you just don't want to open a whole bottle of wine just for one, 3/4 cup, then you could buy those little 4-packs. I love to do that. So this is just a white wine, and if you don't care to cook with wine, that's absolutely fine. You could just do a little bit more vegetable broth. So,
if you don't care to cook with wine, that's absolutely fine.
That is right.
How about that? And the other thing too is when you're cooking with wine, you don't always need the most expensive wine out there. You're just kind of adding the flavors and the essence of it too. So great to have some options, right?
Yeah, so I love to use those little bottles. So last time what we did with Chelsea is mixed up our sauce in our blender. So I took 2 jars of roasted red peppers with the liquid, and then I took 2 cans of stewed tomatoes, and a small onion that I just chopped up, and a few cloves of garlic, and we just whirled that together. And now it is ready to pour in here. So I'm going to pour that in. Ooh, I don't want to get it on your suit. All right, so we're going to pour this in. All right, I don't want to get it on you.
You want me to keep stirring?
Yeah, sure. And then also I'm going to put in 1 cup of veggie stock, and we are going to let this simmer for about 10 minutes, and then I said it's a 1-pot thing, so after that we're going to put in a bag of fresh spinach and then put in our pasta, and our pasta is going to cook right in the sauce instead of having to boil the pasta and then put the sauce over it. We're just going to do it right here.
Ooh, smells good.
Yeah, so that way it's just easy, and you can use whatever pasta you like, a whole wheat pasta, regular pasta, whatever shape. My kids like the little rotini, and they love bow ties, so whatever you like to do, so totally your choice.
All right, sounds good. We're going to continue to work on this here on Studio 10. The recipe will be online. Check out all your local Greer's markets for all of your Mardi Gras needs and more. Lucy, thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Chelsea.
Happy Wednesday and welcome back to the show. Lucy Greer is live with us this morning making a roasted red pepper and vegetable 1-pot pasta. It's done. All of our guests that have come in have been like, it smells amazing, and it does.
It does smell so good. Here's our pot. We're down to nothing else.
Love it.
So when I left last time, on the last segment, we had just added the sauce, the red sauce that we did in our blender, to our pot, and I had 1 bag of fresh spinach, so I put that in here, and then I added our 12 ounces of pasta right here in the pot. And so depending on how you like your pasta, you know, some people like it, like my kids are like, no crunch, no crunch. They have to cook it to death for them, and then I like mine, al dente. But anyway, however you like it, but it just cooks right here. And so it's not quite done yet. And the great thing about this is, you could add whatever veggies you want to it, whatever you have in the fridge. You could add shrimp, would be delicious with this.
Goldfish?
Your goldfish? My goldfish. Yeah, at my house, I'm always like, just throw goldfish at them, whatever. We always have goldfish around.
It makes sense.
I told Chelsea that, yes, my favorite thing to do is put goldfish in your tomato soup.
That's so smart.
My mom did that growing up. I mean, I have to have literally a box of them. So yes, this is reminding her of the goldfish and the tomato soup.
Yes. Well, this looks absolutely delicious. And as you know, Mardi Gras season will be here before we know it. Next weekend, it kicks off here in Mobile. And so Greer's, they've got a ton of stores in downtown and beyond. So if you are going to a parade, you know where to stop before or after if you got anything you need. Next week, you're also making another pasta.
I am. I was into pasta dishes. So next week, we're making a taco pasta. So this one and the next one are kind of 1-pot things, and also something good for the kids. The spinach wilts down. You can't really even see these mushrooms. So just getting them some extra veggies in there and they'll eat it.
All right. Well, there it is, you guys. It smells so good. Can't wait to try it. And we're going to have the taco pasta with Lucy next Wednesday. Joe?